Hi, Kathy here from Kathy's Cute Creations. Today, we're going to make this quilty dangler. Is there anything more frustrating than having stuff set aside and then you cannot find it? That's what I did when I was unboxing the Creative Notions and the Bella Rose box. So I wanted to do this little thing right here. And I also want to do this right here. And I have spent too much time, let's put it that way, trying to find it. I had literally set it aside so I didn't pack it up and store it in a different room, and I looked everywhere for it. And then I thought, well, let's just look again. So I go back into the other sewing room and I'm thinking, where would it be? So I looked in the two boxes. I thought maybe I put it in a box. And then I'm thinking to myself, no, I didn't go in a box, but where did it go? At one time I had it on my table, but then I did a different video, so I had to take it off the table. So I came back in here and I'm looking underneath the table and I'm looking on the shelves and I'm looking everywhere that I think that I might have put it. And then I thought, well, would I have put it in a drawer? But then I'm looking at my drawers and I'm thinking, but they're too full. So I'm trying to think, then I thought, well, I did put it in a drawer, but what drawer did I put it in? I have so many drawers in here. So I started on this little shelf over here with the multicolors. Sure enough, it was in there. Both of them were together. So I've set them aside. But in the meantime, I did find something else that I also couldn't find before and gave up on it, but it just so happens I found it. So what I'm starting to do now going forward is I got this GE design box on my table because it's on this little table that I've got my camera set up on. So whenever I get something that I want to go ahead and make, I'm going to stick it in there. Now, on one of my videos, I want to make a cover for half of a Kleenex box. When I say half of a Kleenex box, it was a full size and I've cut it in half because that's what I have out at work on my desk. And I want to cover it. Right now it's just the bare half of the Kleenex box. But I don't want to do that today. I made one thing already for work. So now we're going to work on something here that I think will be nice and fun. So let's get started on this thing. Now if you got this in the box, you got your little pieces. I don't know if I need anything extra, but I'll let you know as soon as I read the directions. Alrighty, so what I would add to this, I didn't say it, I'll read the directions. This is like making a bowl, one of those little bowl cozy, not bowl cozies, fabric bowls when you use your wash line. In your package, if you got a package, you'll get the little rope. And they're telling you to use 36 inches of scrap fabric, a key ring, a jump ring, and a lobster clasp. This is your clothesline, that's 36 inches. And you can use a 1/2 to 3/4 wide. I think that's I think they folded it in half like this. Like that. Just fold it over like that. And then fold it down. That's what I do. And then I just start wrapping it. But I use this glue. This is what I use. I think this is, I don't know, it doesn't say whose brand it is. But anyway, it's just a glue stick. But I've used Walmart glue sticks. It doesn't make any difference. A glue stick is a glue stick. It's all going to come out in the wash. I'm not so used to using all this amount of fabric. All right, the first thing I did was I cut my fabric in half because that was too hard to work with. So here's half of it. And I glued as I went. I have all these clips on the whole thing. And now we're just going to sew it just like it was a rope bow. We're going to turn this around so we can do it. And I zigzag it. And here's my end. And so it stays together because it's been glued. And hopefully, and this is such a small thing, it's not like it's going to be big, so it doesn't make any difference which way you put your rope on your machine. So I start it like this, just like that. And I go straight down here. I got it on the regular stitch. Okay, now I need to, so this little black button comes in handy because it holds your, I didn't do a very good glue job here, did I? There, and see how it popped out on its own? It pops out after it gets to be holding on to it. All right, let's see. Boy, I got a crummy glue this time around. Maybe my glue ain't any good, because it's not staying at all. Huh. This shouldn't be that hard to do. The only disadvantage of this whole thing is getting glue on your hands. That is the disadvantage, and of course I have nothing to take the glue off my hands. So, I'm going to get this little piece of fabric right there. There we go. And then we're going to turn it. See, I want that fabric. Where's my darned old... where's that stick at? There we go. I need this to hold that down. There we go. Here's when you got to be an octopus with your hands. And now I need to find out which way that's going. Okay, that's what I was afraid of. It's going the wrong direction. Oh, gotta do it again. There we go. Wow, what a horrible beginning here, but there we go. Well, it doesn't like me today. I can't get it to... There we go. I feel like I needed to make it a circle. All right, first I got to get that foot to quit going up. There we go. I went in with the needle. The needle was outward, so now the next time it goes, it should go inward. All right, now I'm going to go out. There we go. I feel like none of this glue is holding down. I don't know what's going on there. Don't know. Maybe I need to make my width a little thinner. Maybe that's the problem. Here we go. There we go. Now let's see if that helps any at all. I feel like this fabric is upside down, if that makes any sense. I don't know why, but I do. It's almost like... It's getting a little bit better. Now they put an X in theirs, but I don't want to put an X. I feel like my hands are in the way too. Maybe it'll help to do it that way. It's like I can't even see it. It's not like we're curving this. This is strictly just going in a circle. Huh. It's kind of weird that some of it's sticking and some of it isn't. What the heck is that about? I did use the same thread to match my thing here. And you can go over this a few times if you wanna. I know on some of those rope boats I made, I did it. Because the first time I went around it, I did it in a thin strip. Yeah, this is... I wish I could put my camera right here, but there's nothing to make it small enough on this thing right here. And I can't come up higher with it. I don't know if that'll be any better, but I put that off to the side as I make a glue mess on my floor over here because my thing just dropped on the floor and stuck. I wish you'd have seen that. That looked like a dart. But I just cleaned it up, so... Okay, let's see here. That one doesn't even, well, no, I guess so. I'll tell you what part of the problem is I don't like the size of this rope. There's my problem. I need a bigger rope. That's what I have an issue with. I never worked with such a teeny weeny piece of rope. And that's my problem. My hands are too big. See, that's what it is. It's like I need smaller hands. I definitely can't get this with my hands. Yeah, it's here. But that's what happens when you do it the first time around. I guess I could try to find some of this smaller stuff. Now when you get down to here, you got to be thinking about that loop they want. And then what I do is I just leave it open. And then put it on a straight stitch and back it up. And then I come forward and then I'll stitch just along this thing right here. And then where this hoop loop right here is, I'll go ahead and come across. I don't know how big I want to make that. Let's see here. I'm not going to make it, instead of having to clip it, I'm just going to grab it. Let's see, I need to go this way with it because this piece needs to hang down like that. And this is up like that. Whatever you do, keep it out of the way. So I'm going to push it over here, and then I'm going to go back onto my zigzag. Pull my, there we go. I'm going to say I want to make sure I had it out before I started. And it shouldn't come on it because this is pulled away from it. And then I'm going to go smaller with my length, but also with my width. And go back over it again. And then turn that so it's downward. And then we get down to the end here. Then I want to turn it around so I can take a look at it. think I can come all the way up to this thing. I need that glue again. I can't keep that up underneath of it. There's my piece of rag fabric here. It's got too much on it. There we go. And then I am going to go smaller yet. So there's what mine looks like. I have white because I had the red here. This was the white and the red for that. But that's exactly what it looks like when you're all finished with it. I hope you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And I'll see you in the next video. And take care, everybody. Bye-bye.